Hey guys, I'm going to try to make this video because if I reply to a couple of the comments it would take too long, and I am out of breath again. I had another one of those heart problems. So I don't think that new heart mask is kind of covering things up. I'm back today where I can barely walk. I'm completely out of breath. But a couple of the comments said I should put my own tri-kit on here. Well, the prices on those kits are expensive. I live in Wisconsin, so I don't know anybody who does it. Never seen advertisement for doing conversions, so I'm not sure if the dealership would do it or what. But those kits, I think of the Roadsmith, it's like $15,000. Now, I don't got that kind of money just sitting around. This property of mine, 10 years ago, I got an offer of $55,000 for it. So, and as it sits right now, I own it. It's paid for. I owe nothing on it. And I could probably borrow the money from the bank and do that conversion, but I don't want to do that because this old crappy mobile home is eventually going to fall apart. So I don't want to have any liens on this property in case I have to buy a new mobile home. Then I can borrow against the land to buy a new mobile home. Or, I can go sell it and I won't have any liens against it. Because if I sell this property, say for 55, I'm not sure, it might be worth way more than that now just because of the prices. But all that money that I would get from the sale would go into another home. I actually can look to buy a house in about $100,000 now. I'm talking about a stick-built house, and I put down $55,000 or $60,000 on it. I could afford a payment on it. Doing a 30-year fixed loan. But I haven't got into that. I'm not gonna. So I want to keep this property clear and free. Plus that when I die, the way my health is, I want to, when my sister gets this property, I don't want them to have a debt load on them. So yeah, I would love to put a conversion kit on Bumblebee. I can't afford it. I could, but I'm not going to do it. Bumblebee runs excellent, and it's an outstanding bike, and yeah, it would be great to put a kit on this one. Like I said, I'm not doing it. I'll give you another example. That trike I was looking at, they wanted $26,000. I don't know if that's way overpriced, reasonable price, or whatever. I personally wouldn't give them more than $18,000 for the bike. Then if I did that, I would put down $5,000. So to bring it down to, just say roughly, these are rough numbers, $13,000. So then I'd only be financing $13,000. I know what my payments would roughly be then, about the same as what they are right now for Bumblebee. But I never been on a trike or drove one, so I don't know if I even would like it. So that's about the only bike I would have to take for a test drive to make a decision. But that's why I'm kind of looking at the new Goldwings. And I've seen other comments too about those Goldwings are way overpriced. I'm not sure where they're getting that idea from, because I checked around. A lot of other dealerships are still up the original $29,000, and a couple of dealerships didn't even have Goldwings in them. So I think $26,000 for that white one to me, it seemed like a very good deal. And even if I had to push that loan out for 6 years to make sure the payment was low enough, I'm not worried about it. When I tell you I don't think I'm going to be alive in 6 years, I really, really believe that. Just like now, I've been feeling outstanding, and then just coming down those stairs, I had to go out and get my trash cans. I suddenly felt that heart problem again. And as you can tell, I'm still having problems breathing. So, I know my health is bad. It's not like I don't know. Last time I had my heart examined, like I said, they found that my heart muscles are getting stiffer. I have to have my heart looked at every year. So go from 1 year where it's okay, then to this year where they can actually notice the stiffening of the heart muscles. So even though they don't tell you, I mean, you know, how would you notice it if it wasn't bad enough that they would have to notice it? So I know my heart's not going to last that long. There's nothing I can do. I can't get a heart transplant. So I'm fully aware of that. But, you know, that's one of the reasons I'm doing things. Is because right now when I'm at my best health, I want to be able to still enjoy riding a motorcycle while I can. Buying another full touring motorcycle doesn't solve my fear of the bike tipping over, but I don't really care. It'll be a nice bike. And I'm still not sure if I'm buying one this year or next year. But the way prices are and finances are, things are just kind of getting out of control. Now, with my bad health, excuse me, I have to get my breath. With my bad health, I should just keep Bumblebee. But I don't want to. I mean, Bumblebee runs excellent. I just want to, you know, buy a new one. And if it gets to a point where I, you know, riding it and my health is so bad that I can't ride it anymore, it wouldn't bother me at all. It would just sat in the shed and I'm paying monthly payments on it. That doesn't bother me. To me, I don't know how many of you people feel like this, but I'm 62. Time, dates, they mean nothing to me. I'll give you an example. February, I owned Bumblebee for 2 years. To me, feels like I brought it last month. Time goes by fast. I'm sure a lot of you guys notice the same thing. So, paying 6 years or 5 years on the new motorcycle doesn't mean anything to me. I'm not rich, but I don't care. What I care about is being happy. I do things because I want to do them. I'm not doing it for the channel. This is a horrible channel. I still amaze people even subscribe to it. So, thank you for doing that. But another thing, people like hit the like button. I wouldn't do that. You don't have to do that. I'm not trying to go do anything with this channel. The reason I started this channel was during the winter, I can sit back and look at some of those videos, and during the summer and think, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, that was fun. That's the reason I started this channel. That's why I don't say share, like, and do all the rest of that crap, because I'm not trying to do anything with the channel. So, to give you another idea, on one of my videos, when I was buying this car, I had that truck. I think I showed a small portion of it. Oh, actually, I have another video on that truck. That truck was beautiful. I paid $30,000 for that truck. Well, financed $30,000 for that truck. Well, it was less than that because I had a down payment for my van, and then I put down. Yeah, I traded my van in on the truck, so I don't really remember what the total finance was. I don't even remember what the payments were. They were small too. I think they were in the 200s, I think, for the truck. I'm almost positive they were. But, I had that cancer. The doctor said I had to go in every day to do chemo. And that truck was costing me, as it was, $250 a month in gas. And I didn't drive it that much. So I knew if I was driving every day into Madison, that truck would have broke me. So I didn't want to do it, but I traded it in. And this is what I mean when I don't really care about money. So I don't have it, I don't care about it. When I traded in, I took a $15,000 loss on my truck. Now, do I think about it or care about it? Nope, doesn't bother me. I got what I wanted, and that's all that mattered. This car, on its worst day, gets 36 miles to the gallon. If I put premium in it, I get 51 miles to the gallon. I usually fill this up once a month, sometimes maybe twice a month. It costs me $40 in gas. I don't use up 40. I think right now there's 3/4 of a tank in there. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to be driving it. So, to me, that's a good deal. And the only reason I traded is because the doctor said I was going to be doing chemo. Little did I know, like 3 or 4 days later, I wasn't doing chemo. They just injected that chemo one time into the cancer. So, yeah, that's kind of frustrating that I traded the truck in. But you know what? That's water underneath the bridge. So when I say I seriously don't care about money, I don't care about money. I care about being happy. Because you see this shed here? I got 2 more over there. Those 2 are paid off, and there's almost nothing in those sheds. But when I bought my Gold Wing, I just want to have it in its own shed so I don't have to worry about anything bumping against it. See how empty the shed is? Yep. Bumblebee is costing me $442 a month to have the shed and Bumblebee. I don't care. Like I said, it sat for I don't know how long when I had that cancer. And then you think, oh, once the cancer's cured and stuff, that's not how it really works. You're very weak in condition. They say anywhere between 30 to 60 days, you're not going to feel like doing nothing. I had tried to take Bumblebee out, and I remember one time I got about 70 or 80 miles, and I felt instantly sick. So it took everything I had to get back, and then I did not touch it for about a month. So, like I said, I do things because I want to do them. And, that is a high interest rate, but I don't control that. The banks control that. And if I want to buy things, I have to go along with what they say. So right now, dealerships are having a very hard time selling their motorcycles. So when I go back up here in April and take a look around and get prices again, if that trike's still sitting there, what does that tell you? It's been there damn near a year, and nobody's interested in it. When I find out what I can do in June, if they still had that trike and I took it for a test ride and liked it, I'd offer them $18,000 for it, maybe $18,500 at the very most. Even that's overpriced. So, but I don't think they're going to come down. I don't know how the dealerships, how they function. Asking that much money on that Gold Wing. But, I don't know. That's none of my business, and I don't know how the dealerships think. I mean, it's kind of silly when you look at that Gold Wing for 26, or the Gold Wing trike for 26,000. Right next to it is a brand new Gold Wing for 26,000. I could easily it'd be easier to get a new loan on the new Gold Wing, and that way I can also get gap insurance. So, in case I wrecked a bike and the banks say, "Oh, it's only worth this much," and with gap insurance, you know, they cover the difference. You can't get gap insurance when you buy a used vehicle. Banks won't do it. Because I asked them about getting gap insurance for Heisenberg. That's another thing about Heisenberg. They were asking $19,000 for it. I think when it's all said and done in my pickup truck, I had like $4,000 left over. So I put down, I think, $3,000 on Heisenberg. And then ended up financing. I think he still came back up to $19,000. But right now, when I bought Heisenberg, the blue book on this car was $15,000. Right now, the blue book for this is like it's anywhere from $7,500 to $7,900. So I owe $12,000 on this car. So I'm underwater on this car. But I don't care. I know in 2 years it's going to be paid for. So I don't care if I'm upside down right now. I know who I am, and I'm going to take care of the car. The car is going to still look brand new when I go sell it or trade it in. And that's another thing is I can almost promise you I'm going to be trading this car in a couple of years. Once I get it down below what I can get for it and not be underwater. So that's just the way I am. Because I've seen a couple of those comments and then my replies would take too long. But yeah, I would like to do a tri-kit. Bumblebee would be a perfect bike to do it to. And I'd only go with that Roadsmith. I don't know a whole hell of a lot about them. I know the California is the most expensive. Roadsmith between $12,000 and $15,000. So I don't want to do that. If I can buy that other trike and it's nice and it runs great, then I would buy that trike. It's already done. I don't have to do anything. But that's only if I can get it for $18,000. I don't think it's going to happen. So I think by then I'll have to decide if I'm just going to buy a new one or wait another 6 months to a year. But I kind of want to do things now just because of my health. And just like today, I felt excellent. Came down the stairs, all of a sudden I could feel my heart doing that thing again. The new medicine is helping, but it's not really fixing the problem. So that's why I say I want to do things now when I can do them. The prices can go to hell. I don't really care. As long as I can afford the payments, that's all that matters. Next year, they're talking about a pretty sizable increase in our Social Security. I've been hearing numbers as high as 8%. I'm not sure if we're going to get it, but 8% to what I'm making now would be a hell of a lot of money for me. So, yeah, it took way too long to make a comment. So, I guess thanks for watching these videos. I still don't know why you guys do it. And you definitely don't have to put any likes down or share. I'm telling you, there's somebody who's been sharing these videos. What is he doing? Does he, if you share this video, leave me a comment. Let me know why you're doing it. Are you doing it because you hate those people? I wouldn't share it with my own videos. In fact, I don't even like it when my family watches these videos. Just because they're horrible. I know they're horrible. Like I said, I'm doing the videos for me. But now I'm doing this video to answer their comment. So, thank you guys. You're wonderful. I'm going to try to go for a walk now.